It has been back and forth with some Commonwealth Hall students and the management of the University of Ghana for over a month following the latter's new residential policy announced on October 26, 2022. The policy stops continuing students from occupying its two traditional halls, that is, the Commonwealth and Mensa Saba halls. According to management, the move is to serve as a punitive measure after clashes between some students of the two halls led to the destruction of a bus of Mensa Saba Hall. However, the decision has continuously been met with fierce opposition from the students, with the argument that they have nowhere to seek accommodation since other hostels require twice the amount they used to pay at the traditional halls. The students claim the move is a ploy by management to break the activism front of students and disintegrate their affiliation with the traditional halls. In view of this, the students filed a suit against the university. On January 6, an Accra High Court placed an interlocutory injunction on the residential policy decision by the University of Ghana. The court, in its ruling on the matter, said the status quo must be maintained as it used to be before the university's instruction on October 26, 2022. But students lament the university has delayed in abiding by the court's order. This led to a scuffle between the police and the aggrieved students as they tried to make an entry into the hall.
Since last week, we've started having concerns on the fact that management that drove residents of Commonwealth Hall as of 26 October 2022, they are sacking them from these UJ hostels because the students are failing to make these huge payments for accommodation. This issue was sent to the court, the Accra High Court. And last week on Thursday, 9th of February, the court ordered the school management to reinstate the Commonwealth Hall boys that were driven out of the hall. So today is the 5th day that students are agitating that nothing has been said about it. And students have been sacked from their rooms at the UJ hostels. Where do they expect them to sleep? I know of females who are keeping their staff in kitchens. People are not bathing for this. And all that is happening is the students sat on the street today. That's no. We've been taken out of our rooms. So give us rooms as the court has ordered. Because if you are sacking out us from here, then it means that probably you've made arrangements for this end so that it will receive the students. People are coming from Western region, Eastern region, Ashanti region. What do they expect them to do? They have no relatives here. Management admitting 17,000 first-year students and only giving accommodation to 6,000. 11,000 have been thrown into the system. Desperation. People are being scammed. No one is talking about these things. These are colleagues. I know they do not have places to sleep. They are being sacked at night. What do they want them to do?
Due to the heavy security presence on the campus, the police stopped the students from entering the hall.
I'm sure you heard about the demonstration, the Yabemu demonstration that happened some days ago, where students marched to the Brasport to the Independence Square to submit a petition. This is dialogue. We are not getting responses. People are sleeping outside. Do we have to lose a student life before we act? And when we act, when students act, you come to arrest them. This is injustice. We are aware school is doing businesses. They are building shopping malls at the expense of hostels. We are aware. So why should you stress us as students? Today I'm very sad. It is if government does not step in to hear the plights of students. Look at accommodation. People are paying 10,000, 9,000, 8,000 for protocol before they are given legal beds to sleep on. People are in rooms. They've been taken out of systems. Different students have been placed in there. They are sacking them. When they are entering, they are asked, "Are you here? Go out." At night.
They lament they are forced to sleep in lecture halls, making their academic life very stressful.
It's very stressful because combining where I'm sleeping at, I have a class this morning, and looking I couldn't sleep this evening because there were a whole lot of people there and they were studying and all that. And I have to hang around on campus till this morning. So I couldn't go to lectures the whole of today. And I know for sure that they've told us to come back. And we came there and we are being brutalized by police and arrested and all that. So right now we are very stranded on campus. Very, very stranded. And we don't know what to do. I'm in level 300 now and it's sad. It's very sad how I'm living my academic life here. It's so sad. And no one is coming to address us. It's like no one cares about us. So that's my problem. It's very difficult for me now as a student of the University of Ghana.
But in an interview with Citi News, a member of the academic communication team of the university, Professor Ransford Jampo, described the attitude of the students as lawless and urged them to use the appropriate channels to meet their grievances, since the matter is still in court.
Some group feel they don't like the decision that has been taken, and so they've taken the university to court. Before the substance of the matter is heard, they ask for an injunction. And you should know that merely asking for injunction, or even if a court grants an injunction, it does not preclude those who have been injuncted from assessing or making use of their right to file for stay of execution and to appeal against the injunction. Okay, so it is lawless for anybody to say that a court has given an injunction and so we are going to enforce the injunction ourselves. Yes, a court granted an injunction. The university, knowing its facts and knowing that it has a solid case, has gone out of its way to apply for a stay of execution, and then is appealing against the injunction. And so it is act of lawlessness for anybody to say that regardless of what the university is doing, we want to take the law into our own hands and then enforce it. If anybody thinks that the university is running afoul of the rule, you should go to court once again and cite them, the management and authorities, for contempt. I think that's how things are done. You don't take the law into your own hands and say you want to enforce it. It will not work. And so we work with the security agencies to ensure that those who are trying to disturb the peace are brought to book. And I appeal to parents.
Professor Jampo further indicated that students who have been arrested by the police will be subjected to their disciplinary procedures.
Management of the university is determined to be ruthless in guarding the peace of the campus of the university. We are jealously protecting human life and property, and we want to jealously protect or create the environment that will be congenial for education, teaching and learning. And so we wouldn't allow anybody to take the laws of the land and our own laws into their own hands and to want to cause disturbances. It will not happen. And so, as you may have been told, people have been arrested, and we are asking the police to give a report. If we get a report and we get the specific details, we subject them through our own internal disciplinary process and then see if they're able to acquit and discharge themselves. That's it. But I'm calling on parents that some do not know that their words are being used to disturb our peace. But the university will not sit down for a few people to disturb its peace. There is a case pending before courts. We are going legally and making use of the courts. Okay, and so if somebody feels that a court has granted an injunction and the university is not respecting that injunction, you go to that same court and cite the university authorities for contempt. That is law. That's what the law prescribes. It's not lawlessness. And if you go on this tangent of trying to be lawless, then you tend to vindicate the reasons why some of these tough decisions have been taken, by the university.
Meanwhile, the police in a statement says it has arrested 18 people for disturbances on the University of Ghana campus. The 18 suspects were together with about 200 others believed to be former members of the Commonwealth Hall of the university.